What's up, guys? BTBS here. Welcome back to another episode of Agrarian Skies 2. Yes, welcome back. I have been busy during these episodes. So this is the start of my barrel system for the walls, for the barrel, the wall of barrels. I stuck in a fully automated, gravel, sand, and dust production with a lever to turn each one off individually. Sorry, I got a bit of a tickly throat. I built a second sieve and put a stack of each upgrades in there, and they all connect into here. Everything pulls into here. Anything that can't be 2x2'd or 3x3'd will go out the bottom, and then that links down to here, and then that will put it into there. Anything that can be will be done by the auto packager here. That's receiving power from underneath, as you can see just there. All in all, everything seems to be looking good and working nicely. I moved my animals from over there to up here and cut the platform off. I'm just going to try and keep everything a little closer together now because of some problems I've been having, but everything seems to be fine for now. Yeah, they're fine up here. I moved like 2 of each of them. Where did the pigs come from? Okay, I don't know why there's pigs up there, because there really shouldn't be. Because, I mean, do they spawn randomly now? Do they have to be above a certain height? Because they didn't spawn when I built grass down here. This is 57, and up here is at 68. So they might have to be above 64, would be my guess. Well, yeah, I built these up here just to keep hold of the animals so I didn't have to lose all of them. But I wanted to get rid of the rest of the platform there. And I've built myself a blank, which is, it's the blood magic, that's what it's called. It's the blood magic, blood altar, or magic altar, whatever it's called. Sacrificial altar, maybe? And these are the various tiers, and right now it's just made out of placeholder blocks. So all I have to do is come along with this and just be like, this is the block that's going there, and then doof, and swap it all out. You know, you guys know how that works. I'm sure you've all seen this before. But I like building blanks because it means I don't have to build it during an episode and work it all out. So I was just chilling out watching a Deadly Premonition Let's Play. That game is fucking weird as hell. But anyway, yes, we are starting Blood Magic today. We've been doing Thorncraft for so long and then dipping in and out for other stuff. Like, we dipped in and out and we did a little bit of X and a little bit of Y. But yeah, today is Thorncraft, not Thorncraft. See, I've been playing so much, doing so much for Thorncraft. Today is Blood Magic, because I really hope this pack has a good Blood Magic questline. I'm going to be super disappointed if it doesn't, so let's find out, shall we? We need a Blood Altar and a Sacrificial Orb. Yes, Blood Altar requires 2 seared stone, 4 bricks of furnace, and a flint. Why a flint? I actually don't understand why it requires a flint, but okay. Everything else should be... there's a furnace. Where's my smooth stone? Let's just knock that out. So there's our blood altar, and now we need a... I can't remember how you make this. 2 flint, 5 glass. Okay. It seems like these recipes are cheaper than they should be. Because I remember the blood altar used to take a diamond to make, like in its vanilla recipe. I say vanilla. I mean, I suppose technically vanilla means unmodified. So its vanilla recipe would technically be the correct thing to say there. So there is our blood altar. Also, by the way, I built the remaining heart canisters I was needing Really, really easy. It's just an emerald and then some essence. And I found... Oh yeah, necrotic bones have all 3 of these essences, so I just chucked a stack of necrotic bones and then 10 emeralds. And then I just made the other canisters. So I now have, 40 hearts or 80 health. And that is that first quest done, which gives us leather and a heart. Oh god, a little bit of sound tear there. Next up is a blood orb. Fill the altar with 2,000 blood, right click the altar with a diamond and watch it transform. So, I need to get, I actually have no idea how much blood I get from each one of that, but let's say that's good enough. Whoa, it is raining. I also may have hurt myself a little too much because I got, like, super, almost dying vision. Which I think is because of the amount of hearts I have, because if I remember correctly, it's done by... Yeah, I still got slowness too. It's, you know what, I've actually got something to help this problem out. Where is it? Right here. I was going to build a couple of these, and then put them, like, over here somewhere, just so I could test if they worked. I suppose I can just put them, like, over here. I'll just have to put them on this side. And all you do is stand in front of them, and if they detect that you're hurt, they will heal you, which is nice. I might want to let them fill up first. But yeah, resonant health pads. They use RF, and you just stand in front of them, and if they detect that you're not at full health, then they heal you, which is really cool. And they can do it pretty damn fast as well. You notice that every time I get healed, it goes up like 2 jumps basically. So you can see roughly how fast they actually activate on their own. Also, I'd like to point out I still have not made an AE system. That's how good. That's like how much I'm holding back. I don't want to make an AE system just yet. Right, we'll stick that in there. So I'm actually like holding back and just being like, I can go a little longer. I can go like, 1 more episode or whatever. And it's hard, but it's working. What I need is the div sig. What the hell is that? Unattuned player sacrificing stone. Oh, nice. You working in there, Diamond? Actually, can't tell. Sigil. I need the divination sigil, but that requires a blood orb. A blood orb. Do do do. There we go, blood orb. Right click that so it binds to us, and this is how we access the power of this mod. This is our magical power. This is our V. This is our essence. And that also gets me 4 blood runes. Lovely. And that unlocked a bunch of new quests. The next one is a master blood orb over there. That's not necessary yet. Yeah, that's straight to a tier 4 altar. That seems a little jumpy. So we need to make a blank slate. I forgot about that. This mod uses a bunch of cobblestone and stuff. But that's okay, because I can use various things to fully automate the process. So I'm not mad about that. Where is my glass? Because the first thing I want to do is turn this into a divination sigil. That way I can actually have some sort of idea what's going on in my altar. So, the altar. The altar has 3,400 life points in it, right. I did not finish that quest off. Whoops, my bad. But if we do this, we can see it draining the life points out of there. Drains like 20 every half second or so. So like 2 a tick. Oh yeah, it has to be an empty hand. Right, quest. Claim that reward. That gives me 4 of those. There is an upgraded altar, which means I need to have 9 blood runes. Which means... Okay, I already have 4. Real question is, do I have enough to upgrade my altar to make it run faster? I actually do! Awesome, because that's what I'm going to do then. So, if I just do those 2... Man, those things pop quick. Then those, and then... Oh, the last one's sitting in here. There we go. This should now read as a tier 2 altar. Tier 2, yep. And I put self-sacrifice and efficiency. I can never remember exactly what efficiency is. I think efficiency is when the if the altar stops working, it's like how much is it good. But this will make it easier to make the blood runes I need. So I just need some cobble. Now I just need to think exactly how I want to do this automation. I mean, the easiest method is keep some around and then use, say, a servo. I don't think I have a servo in here. Two resonant redstone, 2 iron, and a hardened. 2 iron, hardened, 2 resonant, and a redstone. Holy shit, it worked. By the way, I built a new smeltery. It is a 5x7, so it has 35 levels, 35 parts per layer, instead of having 9. And it's really good. I like it. It's cool. Impulse item duct. I'm also going to need somewhere to store those impulsed items. So this is one of the easiest ways of doing it, is you set this up and then you put a servo on there and then you whitelist it to blank slate. So the blank slate can be upgraded later on by putting it back into a reinforced, which can then be upgraded again. And if you don't want to be spending blood you don't need to be spending, you're going to want to pull it out in the right stage. So right now we could probably just put a blacklist on smooth stone, and then when the smooth stone goes in, it's the only thing that won't get pulled out. And we're going to need to just put some more blood in there. By the way, the self-sacrifice orb we got, the self-sacrifice runes we've got, mean that we actually get more blood per sacrifice. So that should be pulled out if it was set to normal. So yeah, 50, 90. We're supposed to get, I think, 200 at default. And yeah, we get like 20 more than we should. So it looks like each of them either increases it by a cumulative percent or increases it by a set number. Oh, that's where the piece I was looking for went. That makes a lot more sense, actually. So now, what do we need? We need something to automate the input of stuff here. Because I'm far enough in that I can very easily automate this, and I don't want to be doing this shit manually. So, will that work? Okay, that puts multiple items in at once. That is not ideal, because multiple items will work, but it will require one of each. So can we build rationing pipes? Hyper rationing pipes, I think, are what we want, which is buttons, glass, and lapis. I've already got one glass, I just need another, which is in there. And my lapis, I might just have some loose. Yeah, there we go. So the hyper rationing pipe is part of the item transfer nodes. Item transfer nodes. 2 redstone, 2 stone, a pipe, chest, ender pearl. Okay, 2 stone. Redstone. Yeah, I've got 2 redstone in there. Could also do with an ender pearl. This, by the way, is why I need to make an AE system, so that I don't end up having to do this. And in fact, the pipe is going to need some smooth stone and glass just to get that going. Because if I remember correctly, the pipes are made like that. Yes, they are. Got a piece of redstone in there? Yep, lovely. Well, then I should just be able to knock out one of these real quick. I'm going to need the chest. And then... there we go. And, of course, I'm going to need another chest as a storage place. So... I've actually got a chest sitting right there. So, yeah, if I do this... chest there, that there, with a hyper rationing pipe, and then if I chuck cobble in there, it should only ever allow one smooth stone into this inventory at once. So there we go, we have just automated that, and we only started working on this mod 5 minutes ago. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, the item transfer nodes are used to remove items from an inventory, move them other places. This is them searching down their pipeline. The hyper rationing pipes allow only a single item to be put into the inventory they're connected to. And since I want to do these singularly for now, so they don't take extra blood and extra time, yeah, that seems to be what we want to go for now. So if I do this... you got to be really careful with this, by the way. If you get a bit of lag while you're mashing on the button like that, you could very easily kill yourself. So you got to be careful. I also want to point out that blood magic is heavily revolving around taking health off of you, people nearby, or animals or villagers, something like that. And early game, you don't have very many good options. I mean, you can make the sacrificial dagger and sacrifice animals, but then you need some sort of really good animal system for that. So be careful, because as far as I'm aware, going near the blood altar when you have a regen potion effect on, the blood altar will like hurt you and cause you physical damage, because it's like, no, because that's effectively cheating. I know that who is it, the mod author Way of Flowing Time, I believe, got like really angry with the fact that people just kept abusing the mod. Auto Magi. There's the blank road. Yeah, it's 6 stone and 2 of those. So what I really need is some crafting tables over there. And why not make 3 like this? And it looks like probably over here. I suppose I can put a crafting table in the floor, technically. There ain't nothing saying I can't. So like that, and then those, and then that. I hate having to use blood orbs for crafting, because auto crafting systems really don't like it, and they often cause problems a lot of the time. So there is 6, and we can actually just check the chest. We have 2, so that's 8. So we can just take the 1 from in here and be like, yo, quest done. Oh, look, we already complete the divination sigil, and there is one for detecting a rune of self-sacrifice, which gets us another rune of self-sacrifice, which means extra speed on our altar, which is nice. Well, extra usefulness on our altar. So let me just take those out for a second. And Jesus Christ, my inventory is now just full of shite because I completed like 2 missions. 220 LP. So it looks like these runes of self-sacrifice might only increase the LP a little. Yeah. They only increase it by a fixed amount by the looks of it. But yeah, we have everything here, and we can actually look at, like, to make these we need the reinforced slabs, which is going to cost a little more blood than we can currently generate just yet. There's ways around that. Don't you worry about that. So there's a quest to make 8 reinforced slabs. So what we can do here is it's still set to that. So if we tell it just blacklist is empty, I think that will pull nothing out. Or will that pull everything out? That will pull everything out. Whitelist is empty, is what we want there. So that will just put the thing in there. And then we basically just wait until it upgrades itself to the level we need. And while it's doing that, I'm going to abuse these resonant health pads. What I might have to do is pick up or make some more of these health pads. Like, if I had the 4 cardinal directions and then below me, so I had 9 of them, then I would heal 4.5 hearts every time that they ticked over like they do now. I could probably support that power-wise. My power's pretty good, and if I need more, I got all that silver from doing my Thorncraft for exactly the reason that I might need power one day. Right, you come out of there. So now what we can do is set it to whitelist the reinforced slab, and then the only thing it will pull out is the reinforced slabs. And in fact, because we've already got 3 of these, we can put those in there, and then those, which is 1 slab, and then 3, and then 3, which is not quite enough. So we're just going to very quickly cook some more up. There we go. I need to drop off some wires. I need to drop off some parts. So I killed myself in a really stupid way the other day. Sigil of Holding. Is this the... Ah, yes. This is the sigil that holds different sigils. And then you shift right click... you shift scroll to change what sigil it is. So Blood Magic has a bunch of sigils. I wish I could type properly once. And they all have different effects. One of my favourite is probably... Where is it? The Sigil of Air. What's that one? Nope. Water Sigil, Whirlwind. How do I not know what my favourite... There it is! Air Sigil. The Air Sigil is great fun because it lets you fly for the cost of, like, blood, basically. Just need to keep emptying myself into the altar. It's got 8,000. It can only hold 10,000, so having 8,000 is a good amount to have. Oh, man. It's nice to be able to push so far through Blood Magic so quickly. So yeah, by the way, we have like 12.5 hearts and we're still counted as hurt. So the amount of the afflictions do count your maximum health, not your current health. Although we could increase our maximum health by getting the ring that does that from Britannia. And now that I've got more health and better armor, I don't mind fighting the new Britannia boss. So that's something we could do, just briefly next episode, is we could go and fight the other Britannia boss that I mentioned, who is a lot harder than the original one. I think it's about time we did, because, I mean, the dude has great drops and drops a lot of Gaia spirits when he dies. And he's got the same sweet music as well, which I love to hear, because that music is awesome. Speaking of music, there's like no music going on right now. Yeah, music is just not there for some reason. And it's just sort of creepily quiet. I keep worrying you can hear me scratch myself. Because yes, I am that much of a slob that I am just sat here scratching myself. That's interesting that you can get 4 blood runes or 1 self-sacrifice. Why would it give you moss stone? Okay, so the alchemical chemistry is 1. I don't really know if I'm going to be getting into that. I'll build it though. I mean, if there's a quest line that explains it properly, then I will probably get into it. Question. How much is it? Is it 1 and then 2? It is 1,000 blood to make that. And then 2,000. So I need 3,000 for every reinforced slab. And there's more than 3,000 in there right now, but I just want to top it off while I can. I actually topped it way above its recommended amount there. Heal me, machinery! Machinery! I don't know why it has a UI. I suppose it's so that you can put a charger in it, or a thing in it to charge it. But it really does not need a UI, I feel. I feel like, you know, it can detect when I'm standing in front of it, because look, I'm standing just close enough to it to be active, and now I'm not. So I feel like it should be able to activate a flux capacitor. Say like I had this guy on me, and they had no charge in them. If it was on my bar, or maybe even in my hand, and active, so that's inactive, that's active, I feel like it should be able to like pull its energy from that, since it can actually recognize I'm standing there when I'm not like standing right next to it. I'm going to take the rune of self-sacrifice. Okay, that was interesting. It played the quest complete sound twice. I don't know why, but it did. And yeah, this is where we really start to get into the blood magic stuff. So, selfless sacrifice, efficient. Oh, that's runes of sacrifice. Sanguinum scientium. Bloodstone. We can make large bloodstone bricks. We don't have to do the way you're supposed to go around doing this, because you can get bloodstone as a reward from not a reward, sorry, as a sieve. 3% chance. But all you need is 1 piece of bloodstone and 1 piece of smooth stone to make 32 large bloodstone. And that knocks that quest out, which gives you more blood shards. Completely unnecessary, clearly. And also, yeah, as you may have noticed, you can duplicate blood shards by getting the imbued slate, which is the one that takes 5,000, so 8,000 overall. And then crafting that with a blood shard and Archmage's Ore gives you 5. So it's kind of useful. There's also a bee that makes them. Wow, okay. I feel like there should really be a cover over the top of this, because my blood's going to get diluted. I mean, that would be an interesting mechanic if your blood actually could get diluted. We're not going through the rituals just yet. Maybe we should see about making an imbued slate that requires a tier 3 altar. We have some materials here. But do we have enough for that? I've got 10 of these. We need 20. So, I mean, I could get those together for next episode. I'm just trying to see if there's anything we can do right now. I tell you what I wouldn't mind doing is using these. Sanguimancy is a blood magic thing. I mean, it makes sense. That is not what I clicked on. Sanguimancy is most definitely a blood magic thing. Blood tank? Blood tank? 2 obsidian, 2 blank slates, 4 glass. Damn it, I know I had some glass on me at some point. Obsidian, obsidian, where is all my obsidian? Must be over here, because I remember leaving it in here. And my bloodstone, I actually don't know where that is. Where did I leave that? Where did I leave that? Curious. I'm not missing it. Right? My bloodstone is not on me. It's in the table, isn't it? Boom! Of course it is. Because where else would I fucking leave it? Oh, okay. So blood tank is an interesting idea. No, can't make it. Obsidian at the top and bottom, with blank slates at the side. I probably need a better blood orb. Master, Transcendent, Apprentice, Magicians. Yeah, I've still only got a weak blood orb. Ooh. Okay, that's how you make that. I can, however, make a better blood orb, which just requires 5,000 LP and an emerald. Emerald. So if we whack that in there, yeah, that will get done nicely. And that's set to only pull that out. That's good. And so yeah, the blood orbs dictate the size of your mana pool that you can pull from. When you right-click a blood orb like so, or when you take one that's already bound to you and put it in your altar that has blood in it, it will absorb blood into your nexus, I believe it's called, like a life nexus, life pool. This is essentially your mana for doing magic, because you can do legit magic in this mod. And the larger the blood orb, like the higher stage, the larger the maximum size of your blood nexus. So this gives us a much larger one, and also allows us to do more complex crafting. Although, it looks like I might actually have to have stained glass. I mean, that's not a pain in the ass to make or anything. It's annoying because, you know, it's glass. It doesn't matter if it's dyed or not. Unless you're making like a spotlight, and the spotlight is a specific colour, then it really shouldn't matter if you've got stained glass or normal glass. Although I get the feeling it has to be red as well, because the tanks are red. Yeah, which means I need some kind of red, so floral red will do. I'll take that and that, put those in there, then use this, and turn this into... it has to be normal glass. See, that's just annoying. It's the same reason I complained when I was making the kitchen, because it makes you make like several of a thing that you only end up needing one or two of, and you have extras just sat around. But you can't throw them out. Okay, so blood tank. I have no idea how you use this, but I assume it's going to be a tank that holds blood. Hadur, right? So, what if I found a way of moving blood? Such as, so I'm getting lost because I keep moving my base around. Take these super laminars, and I put that there, put the blood tank there, put the next super laminar there. That way I'm pulling in... I really don't like having two there, so what I'll do is put this here and see. I mean, there's got to be a reason this is the way you store blood, right? Oh man. Oh god, I forgot how long it takes to draw blood. Yeah, see, that's not drawing very fast. That actually makes me think that this is not what you do with this. Has 1300 in it. You know, I might just have to look that up and find out what that's all about, because if it's just, you know, a method of drawing blood, I can get more of those. I can always make a method of drawing blood. That's not going to be hard. And I would actually choose a method that doesn't look so ugly. Yeah. I actually want to use a Thorncraft block to make a completely hidden thing for this. But that's going to do it for this episode, so thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I might just craft up a few blank slates and stuff off camera, because you know my downtime is huge when it comes to this game. So, yeah, I will see you next time. Peace out.